In today's video, we are going to spend the day with a Nigerian female fashion designer who changed the game of tailoring business. We are going to interview her, spend the day with her, listen to her success story, and also get to find out how she was able to train herself in school and achieve all she have today using just one sewing machine.
My dad will insist if you didn't come to shop, he's not going to give you feeding money. I sew gowns, 300 naira. This blackhead will make millions for you that you use as startup. I made more than that, so why should I work for any other person? So I have about 30 of them coming to learn. I work in Ibadan, I work in Lagos, anywhere and outside Nigeria. My dad gave me this single machine and I used it, and you can see how much more it has brought to me. So
recently on the channel, we started a project and we started this series where we promote African women. It's where we come to show you the strengths and the struggles of an African woman. We don't just, come here to show you their strengths and their struggles. We also use this medium to promote their businesses and also to listen to their success stories. The main aim of doing this is to inspire young African women out there is to work hard, to let you know that you can achieve a lot here in Africa as a woman, okay? Whether married or not, whether you are young or you are old. And in today's episode, we are here at Brilliant Stitches, okay? We want to show you this young African woman that owns this place and what she does for a living. We are going to interview her, we are going to listen to her success stories and also to learn how she was able to achieve all this, okay? So come with me, let us go and meet this young, vibrant African woman. My name is Danica Kosy. Please subscribe to the channel if you are here to do that and become a part of this wonderful growing family. Thank you. I want you guys to meet the CEO of Brilliant Stitches and I want her to introduce herself, okay?
my name is Mrs. D. Subolatito.
Just tell us your age.
I'm 31.
So what do you do for a living?
I'm a fashion designer.
Can you tell us maybe your success story? How did you get here? How were you able to start this place?
Okay. I think I've started from birth, actually, because my dad is a fashion designer and my mom also is a fashion designer. So I went to a boarding school. So after secondary school, I figured what do I want to do actually. So, and my dad will insist if you didn't come to shop, he's not going to give you feeding money, you understand, all those kind of things. So I had to come to shop. Then it was not really a passion because because I was forced to be coming to shop, not because I know the work, but I was forced to be coming to shop. Then after I gained admission, calling home every minute, please I need something, and then my dad will say he does not have. I have to, the little I knew that time, like I think I know only how to cut a gown, a normal gown, just a rough gown. So I started doing it. I started sewing gown. I sew gowns, 300 naira, 500 naira, then I make chicken change. So I saw that I made the gown throughout my NC days, and I see that this thing is bringing money. So I stopped calling home and I boosted it up from sewing gown. As a correct African girl I am.
Do you work alone?
I don't work alone. As you can see, I have a lot of people that work with me. Many have gone to school, those that attend private school. And now ASU has just resumed strike. Some of them has gone back to school.
All right. So I can see a lot of people here. Do they work for you, or are some of them, your apprentices, trying to start up their own too?
Some are apprentices, but some are bosses on their own. Actually, you can see this my brother here. He's my elder brother. He works for himself actually. So he does. Yes, he trains men, guys here. Me, I train ladies. So that's how we do it. Some are bosses on their own.
So it's kind of a joint business with your brother?
It's a joint business, but we own everything together.
And why did you choose this line of business? Why not any other thing? You could have done any other thing,
Okay, I studied English and theater arts, and I had someone that could have made me, say, oh, I want to do any other thing. But then I started making money. I trained myself throughout school. Throughout my degree level, I trained myself from 100 level to 400 level now. Since I could afford it, As at that time I was in university, the things I am buying, the things I do, the works I get, made me feel like there's no other job I can, because then my mouth is now, wide. All the businesses I was getting, they are offering 30,000, 20,000, 50,000, and I see that it's not, I can't, staying here. Even while I was in school, I made more than that. So why should I work for any other person? So I choose this line of work, and it has been wow.
So you told us that you trained yourself in school, like you were paying your school fees.
I was paying my school fees. I paid my school fee. I paid my hostel fee. I paid for everything, every little thing.
When I tell you guys that you can do anything, you don't have to wait for the government to provide jobs for you. You do not have to wait, for someone, for a paid employment. Like you see, she actually made out her own job, okay, and she also employed people to work for her. She created her own job herself. So you don't have to wait for people. Like I told you, the strength of an African woman is something that you cannot match with any other thing. Like it is absolutely. I like your energy. Is it really worth it? Like, do you make enough to take care of yourself?
It's worth it though, at least as an African woman. Though I've not gotten to where my aim is, but at least I can, I can boast of many things that, I can boast of something. I'm satisfied, absolutely satisfied. I don't want any other, I can't work for any other person actually. So I'm satisfied.
Have kids?
I have one.
Alright. How are you able to combine this with your business? I mean, with family, business, and career and everything.
Family and career. Though I can't say I'm a full career woman, because actually being a career woman is not something you can just go into with your family. So you merging family and career together, it's something that is not really easy. Sometimes I'll have to be at work, sometimes I'll have to travel, and my husband complains there, but he understands my work major, and he knows before we got married we have discussed about it, and then he knows even if I travel to Abuja or Lagos for fittings and all, he sure understands that I will surely come back home. And then trying to merge it together, I can work a month non-stop, then give about 1 week or 2 weeks for my family. I stay home, not going anywhere. Sure you understand? So
that's great. Can see that because you are a married woman, you don't need to just stay at home. Gone are those days where they say that women are meant for the kitchen. Okay? Yeah, gone are, you can actually make your own money. No matter how little it comes in, the most important thing is that you are earning something, right? What are your challenges, doing this business? What challenges you have?
The most thing I am being challenged about is actually money. Abi, how do I call it? Fund. Because I see myself going above where I am. Sure you understand? Fund, although financial because the wedding dresses I make, the dresses I produce from here, if I see enough fund and all, I could be able to build this place to an empire and and benefit others. We have so many people coming to train and create employment, because the amount I collect is just little, and I have so many people working here, coming to. But I have about 30 of them coming to learn, and you can see we have just about 8 or 10 machines. So we have to be pairing. Some we pair three on the machine. So it has not been so encouraging. And you can see what we are working with. You can see.
If there is anything you can do to support this young African woman, just please go down to the comment section, and we are also going to be leaving her contacts there. Okay, you can just contact her and support her in whichever way you can. Okay, I called you a few days ago and you told me that you went for a wedding. Are you a makeup artist or something? What did you go to do there?
I'm a pure fashion stylist. I'm a pure fashion designer. I style my customers, most especially my brides, brides and the groomsmen. If I sew a dress for them, if I sew the wedding dress and the bridesmaid the train dresses, I will have to go from Thursday or Wednesday. If they are not around the vicinity, I have to go and meet them to style them, to do the necessary fittings I have to do. And I'm the one that will support. I will make all the things they are going to use: the bouquet, the veil, the accessories. I'll get everything. That makes me the stylist for that day. So I'll have to make everything ready. That's why I used to go prior the wedding day.
So you also make wedding dresses as well?
Oh yes.
Alright. So if we have a viewer watching you right now, because I know some of them might actually be preparing for their wedding.
I'll show you samples of the wedding dress we made just recently.
So you also go for you work outside Akure, or do you just limit your work here in Ondo?
I work outside Akure. I work in Ibadan. I work in Lagos. Anywhere in Nigeria you want me to go to, I'm ready to go. Outside Nigeria, anywhere I'm ready to go any length, in as much as it is based on fashion, anything fashion. I'm always ready.
So if you have anything, any event, birthdays, bridal showers, wedding, just contact her. Okay, we are also going to be leaving your contact on the screen so they can call you, probably your business line, because I don't want them to disturb your personal line. Yeah, because you're a married woman.
No, that's not a problem.
What advice can you give to other people there? We have other stylists, other fashion designers out there. Do you have any advice for them?
Oh, I'll have to split it into two now. Yeah. Let's make it fashion designer and those that are intending to learn any trade. Actually, see, this also has helped some of my students. They were here for about 8 months and they can sew very well. Like, I'm very, very proud of them. Just within 8 months or 6 months. So if you what is worth doing is worth doing well. If you wish to know any trade, just go for it, and before you know it, you see that you are doing it. And then for the fashion designer that are already doing it, make sure you add passion, because without passion, if you are doing this work without passion, I'm so sorry, you can't go anywhere. So your passion will get you where you want to go, and then your passion will make you do a neat job. Without passion for it, you just sew it, like you only need the money. But if you have passion for it, you make it neat, sew something beautiful, even without the money.
So what advice do you have for young women out there? Because I know we actually have a lot of them watching you right now.
For women out there that are not working, or Abby, it's just that are not working. I'll just advise you find something, because as Nigeria is going now, and that's what causes most break marriages. Yes, divorce and all. It's because maybe the wife is not really supporting at home. Maybe it's only the husband doing most of the thing. So I'll advise you at least do something. You might not have enough money, but try and go out. Be exposed. Gain something and bring a little home. Just a little you bring home with you. We also go a long way.
For someone trying to start up this kind of business, like how much does the person need to save? Like how much does it cost to start something like this?
In as much as, to me, anyone that comes to learn here, I will always tell them, in as much as you can afford a single machine, just this type of blackhead, if you can afford it, then you are good to go. This blackhead will make millions for you that you use as startup. So likewise, me, when I started, my dad gave me this single machine and I used it, and you can see how much more it has brought to me. So once you have this single head machine and you can stay in the comfort of your house and do it, so if you make money, you can go and open you can open a shop or anywhere, but you can stay at home and do it. It's just, it will only cost you your mouth to tell people, I make dresses, oh, I can sew very well, and that's all. I will always tell them, once you can sew a normal gown, because if you learn with me for 2 weeks, you will know how to sew a normal gown. So once you can sew a normal gown, you start telling people, I am a fashion designer, I can sew. So from there you start gaining your money. So that's how it is.
All right, and of course I know a lot of them might be wondering, if I should start this kind of a job, am I actually going to be making anything out of it? So can you just tell them, like, okay, between this amount, for someone that is starting, because I know you might not be comfortable disclosing how much you make, but for someone that is starting, what do you think, between what amount and what amount do you think the person might be able to make within a month?
Oh, it depends on the aspects you are going for in this fashion line. Some goes for what do we call it, ready to wear. So if you are doing just ready to wear, you can learn just a skirt with me and be doing ready to wear with the skirt. You can learn a gown. So it depends on what area. You can learn an abaya like this. I'm wearing, a student make it for me, and she's making it online, she's sewing it online, and she collects this one 30,000 naira to make this. She sell it. Was a student that made it for me. She collected 30,000. So it depends on how how you can maneuver your work, how you can tell people, and you might even sew a full ashebi and you only make 15,000 naira. And then you might sew just a normal gown and you'll be making your 50,000 naira. So it depends on how much you charge, and how you can tune your level of work. You understand?
So what do you make? You make wedding gowns, and just anything. Do you also make ready
English dresses? I make suits, a blazer, I make pant trousers, I make ashebi, I make children's wear, agbada, men's native wear, senator, everything you can name. Like, I make everything. Yeah. I can also sew pant and bra. As you can see. Yes.
What about handbags? Like handbags?
No, I don't do handbags. I don't do handbags.
Or you can go into that in the future.
I'm not sure. Ankara shoes and bags and all. Yes, I was doing it before. I was doing auto gele and all those parts I was doing before, but it didn't pay me. Do you understand? Because you have to work, use your Ankara, make a bag, and they will be pricing for 10,000 or 5,000 naira. So it doesn't pay. So it makes me shift back to stay on this my major career training and sewing. So I do training, fashion school and sewing. My apprentices, I charge them 100,000. It depends on how you bring yourself. Some I didn't even collect any money, because it depends on if I'm doing it based on the person call me. I see her challenges or his challenges, I might choose to not collect any money. But if I see that you are coming to learn for just the fun of it, I might collect money, so that you can see that this thing is very, very important. So it depends on the aspect you are bringing. I might even collect 10,000 naira. Depends on how you bring yourself.
And they learn for how long?
Some 6 months, some 1 year, some 3 years. It's just that as long as I can be very proud of you that you are able to stand on yourself. You understand? And that should take you about a year, because I don't know, for those learning for 6 months, maybe, because I see some of them coming back to do upgrading with me, those that have learned for 6 months. So I would advise, why not just kukuma stay and learn everything at once, not so that you not go and be doing upgrading elsewhere again. So just learn, and it will take you for about 2 years before you can learn very well, because female dresses and male dresses is not something you can just something you need to be clear. You must be very, very intelligent, so that customers will not be abusing you, or
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, what is your vision like?
Not even in the next 5 years. In the next 3 years, or next year, I'm seeing myself a greater person. I see myself
your business.
My business on another level, by God's grace. by God's grace. I see myself sewing for having my own big complex whereby I can have another space for training and another space for sewing, and I just want, you know, to train people to make them have their own job at hand. So I see myself in a greater level next year or in the next 2 years by God's grace.
In a day, like how many customers do you get, like in a day?
In a day, thank God every day is a good day actually. So in a day I get about 5 or 10. Some are hold and some I see my work outside and come. So in a day I might get about 3, 5, 10 and all.
All right, thank you very much.
Alright, that will be all for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share this video, leave a nice comment, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. It is totally free. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye. I love you guys.